So back in October, I bought this new to me used boat. It's a 2001 maritime skiff, and it has this E-tec on the back of it. It's a 150 horsepower E-tec. It was the only thing I was really suspect about with this boat. Everything else looked great. So I got it out pretty quickly after getting the boat and put it on the water after running it in the driveway and stuff like that. And right away, I noticed there was something wrong. It just didn't run right. And so listen to this few times here where I had it out, and you can hear the engine just struggling. I actually have it about 3/4 of the way throttle right now, and it just would not go. It just would not get up and go. So I knew I had something wrong with it. I knew something was wrong. I kept running it that day just to kind of see if there was, if it just needed to kind of be cleaned out on its own or what was going on with it. But, after this little episode here, where it's just revving and just not really doing anything, looking back and trying to hope that something works, I knew it was getting to a point where I needed to make sure everything was in good shape. So after this day, what I decided to do was take it up to a mechanic. The mechanic did some routine maintenance and stuff like that, fixed the overheating problem, but said I should decarb the engine to really make it run well. And so he recommended some products and things like that, but I had YAMALUBE Ring free in my house, so I decided I was going to try that because I'm pretty sure it would be a good way to decarb an engine. And I went to look at the back, and all it really talked about was what to use as the normal treatment, 1 ounce every 10 gallons and stuff like that. And it said to consult my dealer for what you should do for a shock. Now, I'm not going to call a Yamaha dealer about an E-tec. So I looked online, of course. Hull Truth is amazing. And I found that if I do 2 ounces per gallon, that should be enough. So I have about 20 ounces left, and there's about 10 gallons in my onboard tank. So that's what I decided to do. I went ahead and put the 2 ounces in per gallon. That was about 20 ounces altogether in my gas tank. Now, most people don't have this small of a gas tank on their boat, so you might have to get like a little pony tank or something like that to run it through. And I kind of plan on doing this twice. I've done it once so far, but I went ahead and brought this spare gas tank with me, so when I ran out of gas, I could fill back up with some fresh gas. And honestly, I was a little skeptical at first, but the proof is in the pudding. Listen to it right here.
There we go. Look at that. Just picked right up.
I mean, that's just totally different sounding than this right here. You can just hear it struggling compared to that other where it just took right off. And so continuing throughout the day, I just kept running it at different RPMs. I mean, I just got to say, it ran so much better after decarbing it. So here it is again, me taking off from a dead stop, and just no hesitation. Just full on power. You can see how nicely it just wakes out the back. The waves are just parting and just gets right up on plane. So super, super happy with it. So my kind of way of doing this, and I didn't go step by step. You saw me add the 2 ounces per gallon. And that seems to be a good mixture for me. I'll probably do another tank just like this because that's what the original recommendations I was going off of would say, about 20 gallons for 150 horsepower. And right before I actually did this at higher speeds, I ran out to where I was going to be at about like 1500 to 2500 RPMs, varying those RPMs for a good 10 minutes or so to really get that gas through there. Because I knew that if I just, went out there and just started going, it wouldn't be that gas, that treated gas that I was getting through there. It'd be some of that old gas. So overall, I got to say, using that YAMALUBE ring free really seems to have helped a lot. I'm going to use it again and see if it gets even cleaner. There was 1 or 2 times when I would go, from idle to, 3/4 throttle that it would stutter a little bit, but it's not nearly as bad as it was when I first got the boat. So if you're looking to decarb your engine and you have Yamaha ring lube, I highly, highly recommend doing the 2 ounces per 1 gallon. And I think it's really going to help you in your situation.